Take a look at what's happening. 11:49 now. We're tracking the tropics. The latest from the National Hurricane Center keeps Tropical Depression number 9 as a tropical depression for now, but certainly a lot more thunderstorm activity associated with it than we saw this morning. A big expansive cloud cover here that just happened over the past few hours. So an explosion of thunderstorm activity. It is getting into an area here where we're going to see less wind shear, slightly more moist air, so that may enable it to intensify fairly quickly, but not expected to intensify all the way up to a hurricane until possibly making landfall in the Big Bend part of Florida by tomorrow night into Friday morning. Now here's a look at the low that is the center of that tropical depression. We've got high pressure over to the east here, so we're kind of getting moisture just sort of funneled up into our area between the low and the high, and that's why we have such high chances for rainfall. Here's the latest track from the Hurricane Center on Tropical Depression number 9 moving to the northeast. Winds 45, winds 65, so that's a strong tropical storm as it moves into the Big Bend part of Florida and maybe up into the Panhandle here. You'll see the left side of the cone all the way over here by Panama City and the right side of the cone all the way down here. So certainly anywhere in this area is possible. The cone starts to widen out a bit as we get to Friday morning up into Georgia, down toward Jacksonville, and then eventually running its way offshore by the time we get to Saturday. But it might take a run at the Outer Banks of North Carolina before that happens, and then a curve up to the north, possibly to New England. Storm surge, this is a new product from the National Hurricane Center. It's been experimental the past few years, but this is the potential storm surge for this area in the Big Bend part of Florida. As the storm moves in, we can see anywhere from 3 feet or more right in here where you see the yellow, and in the orange right here, that's possibly a 6-foot storm surge or more moving in along the coast here. That's an incredible amount of water, but there's a huge continental shelf here that really allows for moisture to sort of stack up. So storm surge, a real threat, and also the heavy rainfall, and there's a tornadic risk as well. Here's a look at the radar. We're seeing a lot more moisture moving in now from late morning through the afternoon. The chance for rain will continue to increase in our area with some heavy rainfall in spots. It's not going to be as widespread as yesterday, but when you look at Vipercast, watch what happens. Here's 2:30 this afternoon, still some isolated rainfall around, and then by 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock this evening, showers and thunderstorms moving southwest and northeast. Some of that rainfall could be heavy. Still a flood watch for Palm Beach County through the rest of the day, but a lot of the computer models have a lot more rainfall along the Treasure Coast than in Palm Beach County, but that doesn't mean Palm Beach County won't see any rainfall. There's certainly that potential today. It's a 70% chance for rain through the afternoon, 60% tomorrow as that tropical storm, possibly Category 1 hurricane, moves through North Florida, and the farther away it gets from us, the less influence it has over us. So by the time we get to Friday and really into the holiday weekend, we return to our regular summertime weather. Highs in the low 90s, a 40% chance for rain. That's pretty average for the rainy season for this time of year. So looking at a nice Labor Day weekend.